Welcome on in, everybody. We are here. Welcome on in, everybody. We are here at Cactus Shadows High School. We've got a good one for you tonight. I'm Stephen Buxton, joined by my color analyst, Parker Garage. And Parker, Desert Mountain, they're 6-0. Cactus Shadows, they're 3-2, coming off of two tough losses. What are they going to have to do to stay in this game with a really, really good opponent? Desert Mountain was just ranked in the top 5 in the Open division this week.
Yeah, Cactus Shadows definitely has their hands full tonight. They come into tonight's game 3-2. They won their first 3 games, though, of the season by outscoring their opponents 137-71. The last 2 games, though, have been a bit rough, losing back-to-back games by 20-plus points. They're trying to get back in the win column, though. This is a very young team, a scrappy team, and I'm excited to see what they can do against a very tough Desert Mountain team. It
is a young team. There's a lot of sophomores and juniors here. Now, in the 5 years since dropping down to 5A before the 2018 season, Desert Mountain is 4-1 versus Cactus Shadows. They've only lost in 2019, 34-10. But this is Cactus Shadows' first home game since they played West Point on September 1st. It was a 63-32 win. They're coming off, again, 2 straight losses to Boulder Creek and Higley on the road. But for Desert Mountain, it's going to be interesting to see. There's a lot of guys we're going to be getting time this week that don't usually get a lot. There's not going to be Tony Cumberland is not playing today. Max Sheffrin, he was not playing in warm-ups. And Ryan McDonough, he also was not playing. And Bryce Hergis, a transfer from Chaparral, we're told he is going to be getting the first half of action. Parker, what do you think you're going to see from this Desert Mountain team?
I mean, like you said, they're without their top 2 running backs. We're going to see a lot of their third string. But with Cameron Terry, excuse me, I totally blanked on his name, but Cameron Terry and Bryce Hergis, it's going to look a little bit different, but this is also going to be very fun to see what the future of Desert Mountain football looks like. So I still expect Dylan Tapley and Jack Freeberg to have big games, but it's going to be really fun to see the future of what Desert Mountain football will look like in tonight's game.
We are almost ready for kickoff. We've got Micah Patman and Jack Hennessy back there ready to take it out. And for Desert Mountain, Alex Weeks will kick it off. It's going to be a good one. Desert Mountain trying to keep their open state hopes alive, 6-0. But Coach Hamilton has said many times they haven't played their best football this year. And will they do it this week, or will Cactus Shadows pull off an upset? Weeks ready to kick it off. And here we go. It's going to be a touchback. And Donovan Dixon is going to take the Cactus Shadow offense out there. It's a high-powered offense. They average over 30 points a game. Parker, what do you think you're going to see out of Dixon tonight?
I mean, Dixon coming into the night, 68 for 126 on passes, 54% completion rate. I mean, he's a high-powered guy that he also leads the team in rushes too. So he's going to be all around the field tonight with his speed and agility he's got. But he's got a very tough task on his hands, having to play against this extremely, extremely tough defense.
Dixon in shotgun. He's got a back to his left. Two receivers to his left, and he's motioning a man across, hands it off. It is handed off to Billy Deach, who is taken out at right around the 15-yard line.
And you can kind of see the swagger that the Wolves even came out with. I don't know if you saw it. A lot of skip and high-fiving each other as they came out for the first play. I mean, even without Tony Cumberland, this is a high-powered defense with Santana Wilson, Cassius Atherton, Dylan Hipp. I mean, you got Division I talent all over the field. So they're going to be a problem, especially after the win they had last week.
All year long, they've been so energetic. They've been so athletic, so fast. They've just been flying around the field. Can they continue it tonight? Dixon takes the snap, and he's going to run it himself. He has a blocker, and he's not going to go very far. He's down right at the 20-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Falcons.
And the Wolves coming into tonight, 293 total tackles on the season, 23 sacks, 9 picks, and 134 interception yards as well. Like I said, I mean, this is just going to be an extremely tough team. That defensive line is just it's just so difficult to play against. So, I mean, I'm not surprised it's already third down in this game.
3 receivers to Dixon's left. He's got a back to his left, motioning the back out. He's looking for... That was Jake King catching the screen pass, and it's going to go nowhere. Desert Mountain with the quick 3 and out. Or, I'm sorry, not 3 and out. Yeah, 3 and out. It's 4th down and 11, and they're going to punt.
Yeah, Jake King, one of their top receivers coming into tonight. 4 receptions, 38 yards, but he's got 3 touchdowns out of that 4 receptions. So he's a name to watch out for tonight with the young receiver and this young team. But, I mean, I liked what they saw. They were a bit aggressive on the offensive side, and that's all you can ask for on the first drive of the game.
Noah Browse back there to punt it, and it's tipped. I didn't see who that was tipped by, but that ball goes out at the 49-yard line. And the Desert Mountain offense is going to start on the Cactus Shadows side of the field.
And it looked like that was Tyler Stanford, I believe, in on that block. He was the last guy back in the end zone. So he was definitely in on that block. But like you're talking about here, we're going to see a new Wolf quarterback on this first drive with Bryce Herges. So very excited to see what he does. Or is that McDonough?
Well, I guess we're not seeing Herges.
Never mind. We're seeing Brady McDonough again. My apologies.
Okay, Brady McDonough's there. We're back to the game plan. McDonough in shotgun drops back. He's looking for Tapley deep and just barely overthrows him about a yard past. 2nd and 10 for the Wolves. This Wolves offense, they have put up just insane numbers this year. They're averaging over 35 points a game. And they haven't played what they would consider their best football yet, but 38.8 points per game. Dylan Tapley, he's got 8 touchdowns on the year, and they're going to look to him early. He's been an absolute monster for this team.
Yeah, 1,213 total passing yards in the season. That, like you're just saying, it's just a high-powered offense.
Santana motions to the backfield. He's going to take it over to the right, and he's pushed out at the 39-yard line. They got Santana involved a lot last week. He had hardly seen any time on offense before then.
Yeah, I mean, I think last week, too, he was one of the ones that got a rushing touchdown in after their 2 top running backs went down. So, I mean, he's definitely a weapon they could use kind of in a Deebo Samuel role, get in the slot as a receiver and also be used as a running back.
He's such a great athlete. Coach Hamilton has wanted to get him involved, and he said they're going to make an emphasis throughout the year to continue that. McDonough drops back, and he's looking for Tapley again, and that pass is offline. It's going to be 4th down.
Great job by the Cactus Shadows defense being able to contain this high-powered offense like we've talked about. I mean, with how young they are, being a lot of sophomores and juniors like we were talking about pregame, I mean, very good job by them to hold them to 4th down.
We've got the punting unit out for Desert Mountain. Back deep to receive it for the Falcons. It's Connor Stifle. The punt is clean, and he's going to let that go.
Oh.
Is that a touchback, or did that land at the 1?
I think that, that just touched.
It just grazed the end zone.
That was about to be an incredible punt if it was in on the dot like that. But
Cactus Shadows just got a break there. So this Cactus Shadows team, their quarterback Devin Dixon, his dad Chris Dixon, he's widely considered the greatest indoor football player of all time. His stats are just unreal. We'll go into that later. Dixon in the backfield, he's got it back to his left, or to his right, I'm sorry. 2 receivers on each side. And he's going to take the pass, drop back. He's looking deep, he's running around, and he's going to take it on his own. He gets right around the 1st down. That's going to be about a 10-yard gain. Let's see the spot they give it to him. Looked like he went down right after the 30-yard line, and that's going to be 1st down for the Falcons.
Yeah, the sophomore quarterback, you can see the speed already. He only comes in at 5'10", 170, having that quickness and being able to see there was no receivers and make the play on his feet, I mean, great job by him to get the first down and move the chains.
He's 5'10", 170, but he's such a great athlete. He throws the ball pretty well, but he's got 3 games with over 100 rushing yards. Dixon in the backfield. He's got it back to his left. Motion across the field. They hand it off, and that's a fumble. Dixon lands on it, it looks like. Dylan Hipp was in the area.
So was General Solomon for Desert Mountain. He just about jumped on that. I don't know if you saw it. He read it right away, though. He saw the player coming in motion. He picked it up and just about got the fumble.
Yeah, that play was going nowhere either way, but that almost went right into Desert Mountain's hands. Big break for Cactus Shadows, but it's 2nd and about 15 for them. Dixon in the backfield talking to the line, get the protection set. He's got what looks like Aaron Moore in the backfield. And Dixon's going to be taken down for the sack. That is number 19 for Desert Mountain, Elijah Bankwell coming off the edge.
Great job by Bankwell, but also with the blitz going like that too, so quick at you. There's already, like you said, the communication to the O-line. They saw it coming, and there was just nothing they can do there with how intense that defensive line is.
Bankwell at 2.5 sacks on the year. This Desert Mountain pass rush has been a problem for every team they've faced so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's 3rd and a mile right now. Parker, what are you doing here? Are you just trying to go for it, or are you trying to put yourself in a better spot to punt?
You know, this is a great question, Steven. I mean, they just got to be able to get it upfield a little bit more. They're already behind their 20-yard line, so anything of a passing play, get them downfield will be a big benefit.
Jay King, and they're blocking, and they're going to... And that ball is picked off! Picked off by Elijah Mears. He's going to take it for 6. It's 6-0 Desert Mountain.
And again, that defense that we were talking about, that is their 10th pick on the season. I don't know if it's their first pick 6 of the year, but man, what a play by Elijah Mears to read the receiver and get the pick 6 to put the Wolves up by 6 points so far.
Mears leads the team. That's his 4th pick of the year. This defense, they have created so many turnovers on the year. When their offense hasn't had it going, they've just kept them in every single game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if it isn't Mears, it's Wilson. If it's not Wilson, it's Elijah Bankwell. I mean, there's just guys all over the field. You haven't even mentioned Dylan Tapley on the defensive side of the ball either. So they just got guys all over in that backfield to make a play just like Elijah Mears did there.
Tapley prides himself on being able to play all 3 phases of the game. Weeks' kick is through the uprights, and it's good. 7-0 Wolves here for you. 7:23 in the first quarter, and the Falcons' offense is going to try and get something going again.
Great job by Desert Mountain to do that on, after not having a great first drive offensively, being able to pick it up on the defensive side and do that. I mean, that's all you can ask for, especially after having probably their toughest matchup of the season so far last week.
It was their toughest matchup last year, and I'm calling it game of the year right now.
Yeah, I mean, the roles were reversed between us last week. You're doing play-by-play this week. I'm doing color. I mean, what a game that was. DM being able to pull it out with a win with 15 seconds left, giving it to Dylan Hipp in the end zone. But yeah, that was definitely, if it's not the game of the year, it is by far a game of the year contender.
Michael Sheldrick and Bryce Hergis deep to receive the kickoff. Weeks and the Wolves getting ready. And 7:23 left in the game. Coach Dixon, what do you think he's telling the players going into this next drive?
I mean, early game. Heads up, it's still early. I mean, it's still in the first quarter with 7:23 left, so there's lots of time left.
Kick is fielded by Hergis, muffed at the 1-yard line. He's going to take it back. He's got blockers, but he's taken down at the 18-yard line.
And in on that tackle, it looked like it was Will Saba with many more, but Saba was able to corral him and bring him down on the ground. Great tackle by him.
Will Saba, Sheldrick was in there too. I just realized I just read off the Desert Mountain roster for taking the kick back. Dixon with offense going out. He's got it back to his left. Three receivers to his right. Back to his right, one to his left. And Desert Mountain jumps. It's going to be offsides on the Desert Mountain defense, looks like.
That is one of the things they've struggled with the most is the calls on the line. It hasn't even been really anything else. It's been the offsides pretty much the entire season. So that's one of the things they still have to clean up, especially in a game like this.
And it was Andrew Bush who muffed that kickoff. Not Hergis, not Skeldrick. Dixon in the backfield. He motions Nick Stifle out to, and Dixon's going to take it, and he's got room. 40, and he's taken out by, I can't see the number. No, that's Santana Wilson.
That was a very interesting tackle, to say the least. He kind of grabbed him by around the neck area. The helmet flew off. I don't know what happens here, especially with a play going out of bounds. If he has to stay out for one play because his helmet came off. Do you know anything about that?
He's in. He just walked into the huddle, so he's all good. But that's just for Santana. He's just trying to hang on and get him down at all costs at that point.
He is definitely a player to watch out for in this game.
Dixon in the backfield. He's got Stifle behind him. And he hands it off to Stifle. Stifle's got room, and he's going to go 40, and he's down at the 35, taken down by Dylan Tapley and Santana Wilson. 20-yard run for the Falcons, and they're close to the red zone.
Yeah, this is a team that averages about 1.2 yards per carry. They do, though, have 1,117 rushing yards on the season, so this is a very heavy run game team. Big run there by him, though, to bring him into the Wolves zone.
The rushing yards and really the offense as a whole, it just flows through Donovan Dixon as who took the timeout there? Desert Mountain with the timeout. 6:43 left in the game. They're up 7-0. But the offense really flows through Donovan Dixon. He leads it with 712 rushing yards.
9 rushing touchdowns as well, which leads the team. And the next closest is Nick Stifle with 3 rushing touchdowns. So like you're saying, he is an instant impact player. He is the player in this offense to watch out for in tonight's game.
What I would do to have him on my fantasy team right now.
Well, don't you have – oh, no, you went up against DJ Moore last night.
I did.
And that was a bit brutal. Rough for you.
I'm down 80-0 right now.
At least you didn't have Terry McLaurin, who only put up 6 points for you.
Don't worry.
And I'm projected to lose by 10 points.
I had Roshan Johnson in another league.
As play resumes.
Dixon and shotgun, Stifle behind him. He's motioning a guy to his left. Hands it off to Stifle, and he's met quickly at the line. Just about a 4-yard gain. I'm sorry, just about a 2 or 3 yard gain.
That looked like Elijah Mears again in on that tackle. Great play by him, though. He's been reading a lot of these plays, so watch out for him to make another instant impact play.
Mears has been a big part of this Desert Mountain defense. Obviously, he leads them in turnovers, but he's got a lot of tackles. He plays the run pretty well. He's a big part of what Coach Hamilton's doing right here.
Absolutely.
Getting everyone set for the new formation. Dixon, empty backfield. 4 receivers to his left. Or 4 receivers to his right, I'm sorry. Takes the snap, drops back, and dumps it off to number 8. That's Billy Deesh, and he's taken down right around the line of scrimmage.
That's not what you want to do with passing plays, is go backwards. And unfortunately in that play, they went back. That's going to be 3rd down and long now. But I mean, that was it was a smart play call, I do have to say, but just unfortunate that it ended up going backwards.
Usually you want to go forwards, and yeah, you like to get the screens, you like to get some of that different motion in action, get your guys in space, but with this Desert Mountain defense, they're so fast. It's hard, especially just to even get a numbers advantage when you've got guys flying to the ball, so you might have 3 at one point, and then Desert Mountain's got 4.
We got
There's
some
a penalty
movement
on the field.
It looks like it's going to go back a little bit more.
Is that a false start on Cactus Shadows?
Yep.
Yes, it is. False start, Cactus Shadows. They're going to be on the 40-yard line, and it is 3rd down and about 15, 16 yards to go.
I'm interested to see what Dixon can do here in this type of scenario. 3rd and long. Is he going to use his legs? Again, he's got the speed. We've seen it already for him to do and maybe make a quick play. But again, you just want to get closer to that 1st down marker.
Dixon's got 3 receivers to his left. He's dropping back, and he's under pressure immediately, and he's going to run for it. Gets about 5 yards before he's taken out. Pushed out by number 21, Lucas Blumling. Blumling, again, one of the Desert Mountain defenders who has just been all over the field this year. What do you expect to see out of him?
I mean, he's just another one of these guys that just fits well in this offense. It just feels like even though they haven't had the best success, not like with points on the board, they're just a complete defense with multiple types of guys. So he's a guy that can all of a sudden have a pick 6 and you didn't even know it, you didn't even see it coming.
I'm not sure if Blumling has a pick, but I wouldn't be shocked. And they're going to go for it on 4th and 11. 4 receivers to Dixon's left. He drops back, and he's in trouble immediately. Throws a prayer out to Noah Browse, and that goes down immediately. Turnover on downs. Desert Mountain's back on offense.
Yeah, tough break for Cactus Shadows right there. But, I mean, there was no really open receivers. Desert Mountain did a great job covering their open wideouts, but yeah, tough break for Cactus Shadows right there, especially in the Wolf zone.
Now, how does this Cactus Shadows defense, they've kind of struggled at times. They've had a few good games, but overall, defensively, they give up over 30 points a game. They give up 37.6 points a game. How are they going to slow down this high-powered Desert Mountain offense? As McDonough takes the snap, and he looks to Dylan Hip. Hip's got blockers, but he's going to take it to the sideline, and that's going to be a holding call, it looks like, on Jack Freeberg.
Yeah.
But back to the question, how are they going to stop this offense?
I mean, you kind of just look at the defenses, go like side by side. Cactus Shadows comes in 104 tackles on the season, 4 sacks, 1 pick. And like I said about DM, 293 total tackles, 23 sacks, and 10 picks now with a pick 6. So they just got to do what they did last drive, though, is contain them. The best thing you can do is just slow down 2 of the weapons and make them target just 1. And that's what they did in the Wolves' first drive. So if Cactus Shadows can continue to do that throughout the game, they're going to have a lot of success on the defensive side.
McDonough in the backfield. He's trying to get everyone set. Motion. And he's looking out deep to Freeberg. Freeberg's wide open, and he's got all kinds of room to run. 40, 30, 20. He might go, and he's taken out at the 10-yard line.
There was no one covering him. I could hear the fans saying outside, outside, outside. They tried trying to say something. I don't know if the coaching staff was, but Freeberg was wide open. And I mean, if he didn't slow down right there, he could have took it to the house.
I was about to mention how this Desert Mountain team is all sorts of banged up. Freeberg's hurting a bit, but he didn't look like it there. He had enough speed to get it all the way down to the 6-yard line. 1st down and goal for Desert Mountain. What a smart play by Brady McDonough to get the playoff in time. McDonough takes the snap, drops back, and he's hit immediately. Just able to get the ball out. That was Ransom Ludlow in on the pressure immediately. 2nd down and goal for Desert Mountain. No one in the backfield. McDonough motions. He's got Cameron Terry next to him. Takes the snap, hands it off to Terry, who runs for about 2 yards. It's 3rd down from the 5-yard line.
Cameron Terry's name is a name we're going to see a lot tonight because of the unfortunate injuries towards Max Sheffrin and Ryan McDonough. The coordinators walked by us today before the game, and they were like, Cameron Terry might have a player of the game performance. So watch out for him tonight.
I wouldn't be too shocked. We saw him in some limited action at times this year, and he's looked good. He runs hard, and his teammates, coaching staff, they all love him. Freeberg motioning across. McDonough takes a snap. He's looking to his right. Tosses it off to Freeberg, and touchdown Wolves. Nope.
Was he out before?
I think he got out before.
There is points up on the board, so
I didn't see. I thought I saw the ref saying he was out.
it looks like they got Alex.
Did they?
Alex Weeks is on the field, so it looks like it was a touchdown for the Wolves.
Touchdown Wolves, 13-0. Weeks is on the field for the PAT. And the kick is good. 14-0 Desert Mountain. Bit of a weird play there, mostly just with the refs. I wasn't sure if it was in. Looked like the refs weren't sure, but we've got points on the board, and Desert Mountain's got a 2-touchdown lead already.
I mean, big time by the offense. Of course, that was helped by Jack Freeberg to set the play up and go all the way downfield and then get the touchdown. He comes in tonight with the third touchdown now for the season. 35 receptions on the year. That's going to go to 37 with 270 yards. That's over 300 plus now. So he's just been an absolute key piece of the offense when Dylan Tapley is being contained. And, I mean, big play by him and big drive by him, honestly.
Freeberg, the Fordham commit, part of that three-headed monster for Desert Mountain's passing game. Honestly, I mean, you can make an argument that there's 5 guys they really look to, but that's including McDonough, that's including Max Sheffrin. Tonight, it's going to be Freeberg, it's going to be Tapley, it's going to be Hip, and McDonough's got to see what he can do with Cameron Terry in the backfield. Weeks' kick is fielded by... That is number 8, Billy Deach, and he takes it back. He's got room. He's past the 40 and taken out at the 45-yard line.
Journey Solomon was in on that tackle, it looked like, from over here. Great job by him tackling, but again, big-time drive being able to do that kick return that far.
Huge for this Falcons offense to get started at the 45-yard line. They haven't been able to do much tonight, but... let's see if Coach Dixon could get his offense going. See if they could get something going passing, whether it's screens, whether it's some of that motion they've been trying to get so far. Dixon in the backfield. He's got Stifle behind him. 3 to his left. He's motioning Hargett out, hands it off to Stifle, and he's got nowhere to go. All kinds of Wolves in there on the tackle.
Yeah, Cassius Atherton and Dylan Hip, two big linemen were in on that tackle. But again, that just goes back to what we've been talking about, the defensive line just being an absolute staple piece for this defense.
Really, that whole front 7 as a whole, I mean, they close in on the gaps. They contain everywhere. I mean, they have been all but unblockable so far this year.
When they read it, there's no stopping them.
It's really hard unit to stop, and they have leaned on it all year long. Dixon in the backfield. He's got Stifle to his left. Takes a snap, drops back, and he's in trouble again, and he's going to run for... just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down and 10.
And General Solomon just about sacked him again. I don't know what happened there. Might have been just Dixon gets a quick read and jukes out. But the fact that Dixon was able to get out of that and get out of the scramble, I mean, just a smart offensive play by him to do that.
Dixon has basically been working magic all night to get out of pressure. The Wolves have been all over him so far. They've been, again, it's that aggressive Desert Mountain defense. They've been blitzing a lot so far tonight. Empty backfield. He's got 3 to his right, 2 to his left. I'm sorry, 3 to his left, 2 to his right. Dixon takes the snap, drops back. He's under pressure again. And he finds number 44, Alex Daphnis. Daphnis gets the first down and more. He's out at the 40-yard line. First down, Cactus Shadows.
There was also a penalty on the field. It looked like it's going to be going against Elijah Bankwell for a late hit. That's an interesting call. I feel like at least from here, you could think that he was still in bounds. But again, that's just going to move the chains even farther and put Cactus Shadows in the Wolves area.
It's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 30-yard line for Cactus Shadows. Another costly penalty for Desert Mountain. But they've been able to survive that. They've been able to get through, and they've been able to churn out wins so far this year. Dixon breaks the huddle. He's got Stifle to his left. Desert Mountain getting set. Dixon's trying to get the protection in, gets the snap, hands it off to Stifle. Stifle's got some blockers, and he's going to get about an 8-yard rush. Looks like he's down at the 20-yard line. 9-yard run for Stifle. It's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Falcons.
And they got about 35 seconds left in this first quarter. You know, I really want to see what they can do here. If it's going to be another trick run play to get it even more downfield, maybe stop the clock and get a field goal, or I don't know what they're going to do here. But this could be a key play in the first quarter to get some points on the board.
Motioning guys across, getting the formation all set. That was Jack Hennessy running across the field. Empty backfield for Dixon. 4 receivers to his left. He's going to drop back, and he's looking to – that's Billy Deach, who's looking for blockers, and I don't think he got the first down.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, it was one of those screen passes. That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter, too. So.
End of the first quarter, 14-0. Desert Mountain. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday.
Welcome back on in. Second quarter underway, 14-0 Desert Mountain. After an Elijah Mears pick six, a Jack Freeberg touchdown. So far, everything's going right for the Wolves. Donovan Dixon and the Cactus Shadows Falcons on the 25-yard line, trying to see if they could get some points on the board. Empty backfield for Dixon, takes the snap, drops back, and he's going to run for it. Makes a man miss, and he's taken down right around the 10-yard line. First down, Cactus Shadows.
And again, those QB sneaks, that's what they've been doing all season, it looks like on paper. Not being able to see in person, the kid is fast, and I mean, if he's able to see the pocket open and he's going to go for it, he's going to get a first down.
Stifle coming in from the sideline. Jack Hennessy coming out for the play. Dixon is getting the play from Coach Dixon. First down and goal for the Falcons. Dixon and Stifle in the backfield. Two receivers to his right. A tight end and a receiver to his left. And was there a timeout there?
Yep.
Timeout Cactus Shadows. They're first of the game. So, Parker, if you're Coach Dixon right now, you've got the offense in a good spot to get some points, but they haven't been able to come out with anything so far. What are you telling them?
Use the run game to your advantage. I think that's the biggest thing you can do. It's the thing that's worked the most with these little QB sneaks they've done to get a lot of yardage. So, I mean, that's just what I was thinking, is trying to figure out a creative play to use their run game to the advantage, because that's what's been working all season long, too.
Yeah, so far this season, if there has been anything that Desert Mountain hasn't defended as well, it's been the run.
Yes.
They've defended basically everything pretty well, but the run has been their weakness out of every phase of the game. But if you're Coach Dixon right now, what are you doing? Are you trying to run a draw? Are you trying to give Stifle the ball? What are you doing?
I would see if I can give Stifle, but maybe do just a fake handoff to see if it's there. If not, I mean, we've seen Dixon use his feet to his advantage a ton. So those are the two options I'd go with.
First and goal, they've got a motion, and Dixon's going to keep it, and he's breaks a couple tackles, and he's going to go down. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown. Donovan Dixon dancing through defenders, breaks a couple tackles, hard running, 6-14.
I mean, I called it.
You did call it. What a play by Donovan Dixon, the talented sophomore.
Yeah, I mean, Donovan Dixon, he's kind of reminds me of a younger Kyler Murray in a sense of how he uses his speed to his advantage. He saw the read, saw the blocking he got from his linemen and his receivers, and I mean, took it to the house. So good play by him to get the Cactus Shadows up on the board.
You know, a Kyler Murray comparison ain't a bad one for a high school quarterback.
Yeah,
obviously,
absolutely.
Allen, high school legend, one of the greatest high school quarterbacks of all time. And that kick's blocked.
Was that Santana again? It was.
Santana Wilson adding to the highlight reel. He had 2 blocked field goals last week. If it wasn't for Dylan Hipp with a bunch of yards and the game-winning catch last week, he would have been the surefire player of the game.
Yeah, Santana, like you said, had 2. They had 2 last week. That makes it 3 in the last 2 games. Really, the 3 in the last 5 quarters, because he had 2 in the second half last week. So I'm very interested just to see how he's going to continue to develop. He's also a Texas commit.
Santana Wilson, the talented player for this Desert Mountain team. He is an impact player everywhere you put him. He's back deep to receive the kick, along with what looks like Journey Solomon. I can't get a good look at that number, but it looks like Journey Solomon back deep to receive the kick.
I'm going to go with your word.
Hey, let's go with it. I couldn't get the number of the kicker right there, but that ball's fielded. Is that Bankwell fielding it?
It is. It is number 20.
Takes it up past the 30. Good return for the Wolves. It's going to be first down for them at the 32-yard line.
That was Will Saba.
I'm sorry.
On that reception. And, they're getting that yardage they want to, being already around, looks like the 34, 35-yard line right there. But, yeah, another big reception by Saba to put the Wolves in great contention as we see Brady McDonough again come out on the field.
Again, it's going to be interesting what we can see from this Desert Mountain offense. Obviously, they're out their top running back, Max Sheffrin. They're also out their left tackle. Mm-hmm. As McDonough hands it off to Cameron Terry. Terry trying to drag a few defenders, and he's going to go down. 3-yard gain for the Wolves. It's going to be 2nd and 6, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it looks like 2nd and 6. 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 for the Wolves. McDonough and Terry. McDonough's motioning Terry out to his right. Terry and Tapley out wide. Empty backfield. McDonough takes a snap, drops back, and he's looking to Dylan Tapley. He catches the ball right at the 50-yard line. First down for the Wolves. Quick pitch and catch from McDonough to Tapley right over the middle of the field.
Yeah, this is one of the best quarterback to wide receiver connections we have in our state today. With it, they've been able to connect for 8 touchdowns on the season so far. And Dylan Tapley, heading into tonight's game, has 32 receptions added to that tonight. But again, 32 receptions through 6 games is extremely impressive.
Hip motioning to the left. And Santana Wilson takes the handoff. He's got a couple blockers. He got some space, but he's taken down at the 40-yard line. There's a flag on the field.
Yeah, I don't know who the flag is going to be on. I think it's going to be holding on the offense.
Holding Desert Mountain.
But Yeah, that again, Wilson is just a Swiss Army knife. That's my new nickname for Santana is a Swiss Army knife.
It's not a bad one. He can impact on every phase of the game. Except I wouldn't throw him on the offensive line. But you know
I'm
what?
with you
If he
there.
wanted to try, I'd let him.
I mean, why not, right?
First down at about 20 for the Wolves. Wilson still in the backfield. Wilson motioning out to the right. And he's going to take the pass, and he's got some room. He's going to go past the first down and more, taken out at the 30-yard line.
And I mean, that's just what, again, that's just a big explanation. He is by far my favorite football prospect in our state that we have this year. He can just be used as anything. He's going to Texas probably as a cornerback, but I mean, they can use him kind of like a Trayvon Diggs, where Trayvon Diggs went to Alabama as a wide receiver. Now he's a cornerback. Texas is going to be able to use this kid as anything they want to.
He's going to Austin, and this play is going back. It's another holding on the Wolves. First down.
You should have stopped me, Steven. Never mind.
Wait. Okay, so it's still about first down and 20.
Steve, you should have stopped me. I was hyping up Santana.
You know, Santana deserves it. Still first down, about 20 yards. Santana's still in the backfield. McDonough drops back. He's looking deep. And he's got Freeberg over by the far sideline. He's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Second down, about 5 for the Wolves.
Even without their starting left tackle, the protection McDonough had there, he was back there for a few seconds and was able to just look and find this guy. Freeberg ended up being it to bring up a second down, but, I mean, great job by the offensive line there to really contain the Cactus Shadows defense.
That unit has been so good all year, and Coach Hamilton absolutely loves them. He's able to run his offense through them. He says they just... As long as those guys are able to go, their offense can go. McDonough hands it off to Cameron Terry, and he's going to break a couple tackles, and he's out past the first down. First down.
Yep.
It's going to be at the 35-yard line. 10-yard rush for Cameron Terry.
Terry, I mean, he got some plays last week after McDonough and Sheffrin went down. He's got great speed and agility, too, and being able to break a couple of those tackles. So he could be the new workhorse for the future for Desert Mountain.
Player coming in from the sideline is Chase Gilbert, the guard for Desert Mountain. Terry to McDonough's left. He's got Journey Solomon motioning, but McDonough is going to keep the ball, and he's going to get down to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, with a little
close to the first down.
Sorry, Steven. With a little over 8 minutes left, I mean, that was a really smart play by Brady there to get a little bit closer to that first down marker. The defense was going towards Journey Solomon, like you were even saying, but great job by him to get the QB sneak and bring it up more to upfield.
Solomon doesn't get a ton of passes or a ton of touches in general, but when he does, he is an impact player for this offense.
Absolutely.
Second down, about 1 yard to go. McDonough drops back. He's looking deep. He's got Tapley, and he just overthrows him.
There's a little bit of a hold of the jersey there. I don't know if the ref saw that, but it's going to bring up third down, like he said, for the Wolves.
Now, McDonough and Tapley, I was able to talk to Tapley earlier this week. They've had such a good chemistry throughout the year. He's been able to look to Tapley at basically any time. They've known when each other, or he's been able to know when Tapley's open. And you're wondering, I mean, this is McDonough's first year of being really the guy, but these two have been thrown together. They've been playing together since they were in middle school.
Did not know that.
They've been able to develop such a connection, such a bond between these two, and they've been so effective. Santana Wilson motioning across the field. He's going to take it on the sweep. He's got a few blocks, and he's out at the 18-yard line.
Looks like that's going to be another first down for the Wolves again as the chains move. I mean, you saw the motion come. Thought Cactus Shadows would have picked up that read, but another first down for the Wolves.
First down for the Wolves. First and 10 from the 19 on the far right hash. They break the huddle. McDonough in the backfield. He's got Terry to his right. Tapley out wide to his left. And he's got Freeberg motioning out to the left too. Takes the snap, drops back. He's looking to his left. Throws it deep to Freeberg, and that's caught for a touchdown, Wolves.
He was out.
Freeberg caught it in the back of the end zone, but the refs say his foot was just out.
I think it's one of those things. I don't know for sure, but maybe he had 1 foot out as he caught the ball, and that's why it was an incomplete pass. But it looked like a touchdown to me, for me at the start too.
Well, it's not a touchdown for the Wolves. It's 2nd and 10. 7:19 on the clock. 14-6 lead for them. McDonough breaks the huddle. He's got Terry to his left, 3 receivers to his right. Freeberg motioning out to his left. And he's going to hand it off to Terry, who's got nowhere to go.
I was interested to see if they were going to do Tapley with him being in one-on-one coverage, being able to take over that defense attack, cornerback. But, I mean, tough run play there to bring up their down.
Ben Haldeman, the senior for the Falcons, able to take him down quickly right around the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, about 11 to go for the Wolves. Let's see if they could get the 10 yards for the 1st down, or if they're going to have to settle for a field goal. McDonough takes a snap, drops back. He's going to dump it off to Journey Solomon. And he's taken down right around the 15-yard line, maybe 14-yard line. It's going to be 4th down at about 4 yards for the Wolves. If you're Coach Hamilton, Parker, are you going for this right here, 4th and 4?
Looks like they're bringing out the kick team. So,
well, that answers my question.
Yeah, I think that answered the question.
There we go.
That answered the question.
4th and 4, we've got Alex Weeks out to kick it. They're trying to make it a 17-6 game with 6:04 left on the clock. Beautiful night out here in Cave Creek, Cactus Shadows and Desert Mountain. Snap is good. Kick is good.
Yep.
17-7 Wolves. And Donovan Dixon's going to get the ball back right around the 15-yard line. Or I'm sorry, they're going to kick it off.
Yeah, I mean, with 5:44 left in the second, 17-6, I really want to see if Donovan Dixon can do any more on his feet alone, or if he's going to need some help from his receivers to get it more downfield. We've talked about how aggressive the run game for them has been, but if they can get the receiving game going, the passing yards more, added to more, I mean, it's just going to make this game more and more interesting and exciting.
Dixon's been under pressure all night. What do you think they're going to have to do to mitigate that?
Just contain the defensive line. I mean, we've brought it up, I feel like, too many times now to begin with. But, I mean, just the defensive line has been the staple of this entire Wolves defense. So if they're able to just contain them and get it downfield, that's all you can ask for with an offense so young like Cactus Shadows.
Hennessy and Deach back deep to receive the kick from Weeks. That's going to be Deeks taking the kick out. He's going to look for some blocks. He's out past the 20, out past the 25, taken down right around the 26. He's taken down by Jack Rolled for Desert Mountain. Now, what do you expect to see from the Desert Mountain defense so far, or in this drive?
About the same. I mean, they've just been really smart. They just got to clean up those offside calls like they've been getting, you know. That's been the biggest struggle of this defense with how powerful it is. We're still without Tony Cumberland, too, who's not playing tonight. So, I mean, they're missing probably the best player on their defense. But, I mean, if they can just not have any more offside calls, that's going to just help that defense get even more and more confident.
Yeah, part of the story of the game, how many guys on that Desert Mountain team are banged up, and they have looked just fine so far. But that ball is taken by Stifle. right around the first down line, and they're going to give it to him. 11-yard rush from Stifle, and it's first down and 10 for the Falcons from the 37-yard line.
And I mean, something to emphasize with the injuries too, it makes sense for them to just sit him this week. They have the bye week next week too. Gives them 2 weeks of rest to get back and fully healthy. So good job by Desert Mountain to not force their running backs back on the field. But, great job so far by Cactus Shadows as well on the offensive side.
It's Cole Tappan, their center. We've seen him play both ways a couple times. And that play is blown up immediately. Stifle's trying to take it out to his right, and he's got nowhere to go. It's second down and 12 for the Falcons.
Colton Borodkin was in on that tackle to stop the run play there. Great job by him being able to read the run and get that tackle.
Colton Borodkin, number 55, he's been such a big part of that Desert Mountain line. He's been a constant for them in their front four. Just consistently able to provide pressure to seal that edge and to occasionally get tackles for loss like that one. Dixon trying to get everyone set up the line. He motions Stifle out to his left. And he's going to drop back. He's under pressure immediately. Oh, but he's able to find Noah Browse at the 49-yard line. First down for the Falcons.
Browse made a great run right there to get open. That's going to move the chain. That's a big, big passing play there by Dixon, too.
Elijah Bankwell coming off the edge, providing pressure immediately. But Dixon's able to dance around a little bit, buy some time, and he finds Browse for about 15 yards. Dixon dumps it off to Stifle, and he's got nowhere to go.
That looked like it kind of hit the ground, but, I mean, as a catch, it seems like with bringing up second down now. But, I mean, the defense, again, just read the play really well, and it brings up second down and long.
That defense, these linebackers, they're just so fast. They swarm each side of the field. It seems like there's nowhere to go oftentimes against this Desert Mountain team.
Yeah, with 3:30 left in this half, you would think they're trying to get some more points on the board. If they can settle for a field goal, that would even be great, too, heading into the half.
Dixon in shotgun. He motions Stifle out to his right, and he's going to take it on his own. He's got a bit of space. He's going to get the first down. First down and more, and his helmet comes off, so he's going to have to come out for a play.
Again, though, motions his runner off, gets the hole to be able to get that space and go. His speed is just one of the quickest I've seen in the state so far for the games we've covered.
He's a very talented, very instinctual runner. He's really good on his feet. He can throw it too, but he's able to make guys miss. And we've got
Caden Hartman
in the backfield for the Falcons. Stifle to his right. Hartman hands it off to Stifle, who he gets about 3 yards there. Taken down by a swarm of Desert Mountain defenders, but second down and 7 for the Falcons.
Dixon's going to come back on, just getting the play from his offensive coordinator here, it looks like, on second down.
Bryce Brooker coming in from the sideline, too. Their big senior receiver. Brooker's going to be out to the right. He's all alone. Well, there's 3 out to the right now. Dixon empty backfield. He's motioning a man across, and he's going to take it on his own. He's got a bit of room. Makes a couple men miss, and he's going to be down at the 20-yard line.
I mean, it moves the chains again. If the defense is giving this to you, take advantage of it, because like we've talked about so far tonight too, this is another big struggle for the Wolves team is their run game defense and stopping it, and they just haven't been able to take down Dixon at all.
One of the things that teams have capitalized on is being able to run the ball a bit on Desert Mountain, but like we're seeing right now, the clock becomes a factor.
Definitely.
Against Horizon, against Campo Verde, the clock became an issue for both teams. Especially Campo Verde, they just didn't have enough time to even get a chance to score at the end of the game.
Yeah, definitely.
1:27 on the clock. Dixon takes the snap, and he throws it out to his right, and it's on the ground looking for Billy Deach, but they just can't connect there.
Dixon's pass was intended for.
Yeah, it looked like General Solomon was in on that coverage there, but again, it looked like a bad pass miscommunication there between Dixon and his wide receiver.
Dixon and the Falcons hoping to make this a one-score game before they go into half. 6-17. Desert Mountain is leading. We've got just under 2 minutes. Dixon takes this handoff, and he's going to run for it, and he's taken down well before the first down, right around the 15-yard line.
And it looked like Elijah Bankwell kind of met him for a second, was able to bring him down with a forearm push. But, I mean, again, good job by the Wolves defense to stop him and bring up third down.
Again, Elijah Bankwell already having himself one heck of a game. He's been everywhere so far.
We're going to get another timeout.
We've got a timeout. Looks like timeout on Desert Mountain. No, timeout on Cactus Shadows. I'll eventually get one of those right. Timeout, Cactus Shadows. We've got just under a minute left. 17-6, Wolves lead. Now, if you're Coach Dixon right now, what are you running to get them the first down? You've got about 5 yards to go. You've got 57 seconds. You're right around 4 down territory. What are you doing?
Probably a run play. I mean,
we're getting real creative here.
Well, that's just what's worked for them, especially in the red zone. We saw it the last time out they called. They tried to figure out a creative play to do, and they got him into the end zone. So it's like that's just the thing they're going to do. But now Desert Mountain's going to expect it. So now you got to be able to use your receivers, and trust them to make a play. And it's not even just to get into the end zone. Just get that first down, get that 5 yards. If you can do that, drain the clock, even use your other timeout and get a field goal to put up points and make it a single-digit deficit, that'd be a great thing for Cactus Shadows to do heading into halftime.
They're in a desperate need for points to stay in it against this dangerous Desert Mountain team. Again, they are the number 5 team in the Open Division. The rankings just came out this week. Dixon with the hard count. They're trying to get a man to move. And Desert Mountain's going to hold up. Do they have a play here? They do. He hands it off to Stifle, and Stifle's going to get about a yard before he's taken down right at the 8-yard line. 7-8-yard line. 4th down and 3 for the Falcons, and it looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for it. They got about 40 seconds left in this half, too. So will they maybe just use a QB sneak and push Dixon forward, or will they use one of their wide receivers?
I mean, they might use a QB sneak because Tony Cumberland's not there in the middle for the Desert Mountain defensive line, but they've been holding up so far. They've got a man motioning across. Dixon's going to drop back. He's looking deep. And that's a touchdown for the Falcons.
There's a flag on the field, though.
Flag on the field.
I'm wondering if it's false start on the offense. I thought Santana came down with it. They both went up. It looked like a 50-50 ball.
Tyler Hargett got the catch in the back of the end zone. It looks like touchdown Falcons, but this might be coming back.
It was called on the offense.
Flag on the offense. It's going to be an illegal shift on the Falcons. Tough break for them. It's going to be 4th down and about 20.
It was a great play.
Or I'm sorry, 4th down and about 8.
It was a great play by them to try and capitalize on it with the one-on-one with Santana. It looked like a 50-50 ball, like I said. But yeah, now it's just going to bring up 4th and 8 now.
Not many teams have been able to test Santana throughout the years. 17 seconds to go. 4th down, about 9 from the 19-yard line.
I would expect a blitz. Never mind, we got timeout on. Who is it for? Who's the timeout?
I'm going to go with Cactus Shadows.
Attaboy.
Let's go. I got one. 1 for 6. 1 for 5, 1 for 4. I don't know. Here at Cronkite, we don't have the highest math requirement.
1 for 4. 1 for 4.
1 for 4. I took math in community college, and I'm not going to take it again. All right, I'm sticking to this whole journalism thing.
I am with you. Math is not my strong suit at all. I passed it. I'm done.
I'm going to leave that to the people to the lovely people over at the WP Carey School of Business. I'm going to be honest, though. I can't tell you where that building is. Is that in Tempe or downtown?
You know, I don't go to ASU, so that I would be the
true.
wrong person to ask. Are you speaking of ASU though? Are you going to Colorado tomorrow?
I was supposed to write for that game, but I couldn't get it off at work.
It's gonna be a great game.
I asked my boss for it off. You know,
It just didn't end
Didn't
up
get it.
happening.
Thanks, Jimmy.
It's all good. You get to watch
So
it
we're
on
okay.
a couch at home. Have some
Well,
nice
no, I'm going to be
food.
working.
Ah, never mind.
I'm going to be cleaning up golf clubs.
Oof. Golf's a great sport.
I'm horrible
Gotta-
at it.
So am I, but it's so fun to play.
You know, it's fun. It's a lot more fun since I get it for free.
Yeah, I would figure, especially this time of year.
4th down. What does Cactus Shadows have under their sleeve?
I mean, with 17 seconds left, they got to be shooting end zone here and try to just get that within a single-digit deficit. But we got 3 receivers to the left.
They need 9 for the first, about 18 for the touchdown. And under pressure immediately is Dixon. He dumps it off to Stifle. Stifle gets the first down and more. He's out right around the 8-yard line.
Does he actually get the first down?
It looks like they're going to give it to him. Little screen to Stifle. He runs it out off the edge. I'm sorry, that's not Stifle. That was Jake King. About a 12-yard gain, and it's first down and goal with 11 seconds for the Cactus Shadow Falcons.
And King did a great job there just being open after the big blitz by Desert Mountain, just throwing everybody at Dixon. So being able to be open, and I thought, honestly, he was running out of bounds. I couldn't see the first down marker, but great job by him with just 11 seconds left in this half.
11 left in the hack. We've got Stifle back on offense. He's going to run out right on a little wheel route. Dixon's looking deep in the end zone, but can't connect. Looking for Tyler Hargett, back corner of the end zone.
Yeah, the Desert Mountain D-back just came right off the edge and blitzed Dixon. Was not really able to do anything, just kind of chucked it up there. You also had Dylan Tapley covering him, so tough get for them, tough break, but it looks like this will bring up the last play of the half.
Desert Mountain D-backs. Well, they just advanced in the playoffs. Are you going to any of those games?
You know, I wish, but I heard the prices are pretty expensive, and as a college student, I do not have that type of money.
2nd down, about 8 to go. Dixon takes the snap, drops back under pressure immediately, but he cannot connect with Stifle. He was open, had nobody covering him, hit his hands, and he just dropped it.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker right there. You could hear the crowd just start to cheer, and then it just went, oh. But, I mean, gets at least a field goal, it looks like, up on the board. But great job by Dixon to find that open receiver after being blitzed by, it looked like, 6 Wolves.
Third down, about 8 yards to go, 2 seconds left. They're going to kick it. Dixon immediately running for his life, able to get the ball off. And Stifle just couldn't haul it in. Looks like that's Noah Browse kicking it. And that kick is blocked. Was that Santana Wilson again?
I don't know, but it was a lot of them. And that's just going to bring us into halftime. Unbelievable job by the Desert Mountain Special Teams unit.
Desert Mountain Special Teams comes through again, and they end the half 17-6. We're going to go to a break, and we'll see you in a couple minutes.
Hello everyone, this is Kyle Cooper with Varsity Sports. The Phoenix Suns just acquired center Yusuf Nurkic in a trade this offseason. Now, talk about an origin story. Yusuf Nurkic was only 14 years old when his father Haris Nurkic beat up 14 people in a fight as a cop in Bosnia. Yes, that's correct. He won a fight against 14 people. It certainly helps when you're 7 feet tall and weigh over 400 pounds. I definitely wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of that man. Reporter Enis Trnovovic was reading the newspaper and stopped upon this story. He knew that he had to immediately talk to Haris, but he wasn't interested in the policeman as much as his son. He asked Haris if he had any children. Haris answered and told him about Yusuf Nurkic. At the time, Nurkic was only 14, but the reporter could see the potential in his son. From there, he took Nurkic to Slovenia and gave him the opportunity to play basketball. And, as they say, the rest is history. Nurkic now stands at 7 feet tall and weighs 290 pounds. He started his career by being drafted by the Denver Nuggets and played with them from 2014 to 2017. Nurkic played well with the Nuggets, but things changed when one of the best centers in the NBA, Nikola Jokic, arrived. Nurkic saw his value fall with the team and spent time on the bench. Now, he isn't one to keep quiet, and he requested a trade immediately. The Nuggets granted his request, and Nurkic moved to the Portland Trail Blazers. In his best season with Portland, he played 72 games, and he averaged 15.6 points, shot 50.8%, had 10.4 rebounds in that 2018-19 season. While productive, Nurkic struggled to stay healthy in his last 3 seasons with the team. Over his career, Nurkic has averaged 12.3 points per game, shot 50.2% from the field, grabbed 8.6 rebounds, and has had 2.3 assists. The Phoenix Suns have just acquired the center, and while he needs to play well, a large amount of responsibility falls on head coach Frank Vogel to get the most out of the player. It is important to know that the Suns don't need a top 5 defense to win games with their stellar offense. Vogel has built elite defenses in the past with centers Roy Hibbert and Anthony Davis. He even won a championship with the Lakers. But he also didn't do as well when he was coaching with the Orlando Magic and had center Nikola Vucevic. They only won 54 total games in 2 seasons with the Magic, and they ranked 24th in the NBA. They were also ranked 20th on defense. Like I said before, the Suns don't need an all-star center to play great defense this year. They have a number of players off the bench that can help them defensively, and if Nurkic can play good enough defense to win enough games, they will do well this season. But some questions remain. Will Vogel strike gold again with Nurkic at center? How will Nurkic play throughout the season and the postseason? Will Nurkic channel his father and beat up the other 14 teams in the Western Conference? We will have to see as the season progresses, and the Suns now have Nurkic on their team. The keys for Nurkic will be playing well, not only down low, but on the perimeter as well. He's shown that he does have a 3-point shot and can also dish it off when he needs to. And another important key is to avoid drama in the locker room, which DeAndre Ayton didn't do. But for Nurkic, this is a big role for him, and I think he knows that going into this season. Once again, their first game is against the Golden State Warriors later this month. Thank you all for tuning in to this halftime segment. I'm Kyle Cooper with Varsity Sports, and enjoy the second half of the games.
Game 2 of the National League Wildcard Series between the Diamondbacks and Brewers. In case you missed it on Wednesday, we're going to start bottom of the first, bases loaded for Sal Frelick of the Brewers with 1 out, facing Zach Gallen, the Diamondbacks ace. Frelick's going to fly out to right field. Christian Yelich is going to score on the sacrifice fly. Early 1-0 lead for the Brewers. Then bottom of the first still for Willy Adames. He comes through with 2 outs with an RBI single to center. The Brewers would have an early 2-0 lead. We're going to go to the bottom of the third. Sal Frelick again, Zach Gallen again. Tough spot again, but this time Zach Gallen comes through with a double play. You can see the line drive right back to the mound, but the pitcher drops the glove, but no panic, is able to turn the double play. We're going to go to the top of the 5th. No score for the D-backs until Alek Thomas hits a solo home run to put the Diamondbacks on the board. His first career postseason hit and first career postseason home run. Nice left-handed swing from the youngster, you can see right there, to cut the deficit in half. We're going to go to the top of the 6th inning. This was the big inning. It was a Geraldo Perdomo walk, Corbin Carroll double, then a Ketel Marte RBI single up the middle to give the Diamondbacks a lead. What a clutch hit from the veteran Diamondback Marte, who's been with the team since 2017. You can see there, great piece of hitting from Marte to go up the middle. Sal Frelick would try to throw out the speedy Corbin Carroll at home, but no chance, because Corbin Carroll, as we know, is one of the fastest base runners in the league, and the dugout loves what they see. But we're not done in the top of the 6th. The bases were loaded. Abner Uribe on the mound for the Brewers. A wild pitch allowing Tommy Pham to come home and score, and it's a 4-2 lead for the D-backs. Tommy Pham, big-time trade acquisition during the trade deadline this season. You can see great heads-up base running from the veteran. He comes home to score. So we're staying in the top of the 6th. Lourdes Gurriel, a little bit of a floater, awkward-looking fly ball, a little bit of a misplay from Christian Yelich, but ultimately it lands for another hit and another RBI from the D-backs. It is 5-2 in the top of the 6th. 3-run lead now. D-backs trying to preserve it. We're going to go to the bottom of the 8th. Kevin Ginkel pitching out of the bullpen for the Diamondbacks, but a bad start to the inning for the D-backs. Good start for the Brewers. Bunt single from Christian Yelich. They get a runner on to start the inning, and then it's William Contreras going the other way, and it's 5-2, 2 on for the Brewers. Then with 1 out, Mark Canha also goes the opposite way. Down the line, it sneaks in for a single, so now the bases are loaded with 1 out for the Brewers. Andrew Saalfrank, the rookie who pitched barely over 10 innings this season, goes home for the force out, tries to go to goes to first for the double play, but could not, but got the most important out at home. And how about the manager, Torey Lovullo, trusting the rookie Andrew Saalfrank with 2 outs, bases loaded, Willy Adames up the middle, but right there is Ketel Marte to get out of the big-time jam. So the D-backs 1 inning away from shutting it down and moving on to the National League Division Series. Paul Sewald on the mound. He goes with a line drive, and it's almost caught by Perdomo, but smart play for him to recover and go to Marte at second and at least get 1 out, and that was the 2nd out of the 9th. So with the closer on, can they get 1 final out to move on? Not quite yet. Christian Yelich goes the opposite way for a double, and the Brewers once again have an opportunity. It's 2nd and 3rd. Diamondbacks looking for the final closing out. Can they get it? Facing William Contreras. Paul Sewald strikes him out on 3 pitches. How about the Arizona Diamondbacks going into Milwaukee, winning both games out of the best 2 out of 3 series in the wild card round? They will advance to face the Los Angeles Dodgers. They go insane in the locker room, and they deserve it. What a win.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sport. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as the social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Stephen Buxton, joined by Parker Grash. We're here at Cactus Shadows High School, and the Falcons against the Wolves. Desert Mountain is up 17-6 after half. Parker, what did you see from the Falcons? What did you see from the Wolves? What do you expect from the second half?
I mean, I think with the Falcons, their run game has been really awesome. We're live. Sorry about that. With the Falcons, though, their running game has been really smart and really proactive in what they've been wanting to do. Donovan Dixon has had a great game on the ground. He's got to get his arm going and get passes down the field. But with the Wolves, too, their defense, but outside of the run game, has been extremely locked down, not been able to really let Cactus Shadows do anything. A pick six, a lot of block field goals. They've been on point tonight.
Well, the Cactus Shadows defense is going to have to get to work right now because they're kicking it off to Desert Mountain. We've got Santana Wilson and Journey Solomon back deep to receive. And Cactus Shadows. I don't have a number on 53.
Is 53 not on the roster sheet?
53 is not on my roster, either roster.
Are you sure?
Yep. Well, we've got
Awesome.
number 53 kicking it off.
I'm assuming it's Sam Corning or Warren Snook because there's two 51s. So that's at least on my roster. We apologize, folks, for this terrible job by us, but the roster, there's no 53.
We've done well.
There's no 53 as the kick goes.
53 kicks it off. It's going to be a short one. It's going to be fielded by Journey Solomon. He's going to go out to his left. He's got a couple blockers, but he's taken down right at the 32-yard line. First down for the Wolves. Parker, what do you expect to see from Desert Mountain coming out on offense?
Well, I'm curious to see if it's going to be Brady McDonough or their new quarterback from Chaparral that they brought in as a second string. But I think instant impact, again, has been a thing that they've continued to stay key in. But, yeah, it actually looks like it will be a new quarterback for this half.
We've got number 8 in the backfield. That is Bryce Hergis. Hergis, a Chaparral transfer. Desert Mountain wants to see what they have in him. Hergis hands it off to Santana Wilson, who's got a bit of room. He's taken down after about an 8-yard gain. 2nd down and 2, Desert Mountain at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, the Swiss Army knife of this Wolves team, it continues to show his talent off in the run game this time. But with Bryce Hergis, I'm very curious to see, like we've talked about, the future at the Wolves quarterback position, quite possibly. Let's see what type of talent he's got at the quarterback position.
Hergis in shotgun. He motions Cameron Terry out to his left. Hip is also in motion along with number 21.
A lot of motion.
That is Lucas Blumling. And they're going to fake the handoff, and he dumps it off to Blumling. Blumling's got room. Blumling's got blockers, and Blumling is taken down at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, Bryce Hergis read the play great, saw the defense was going right. He went left, saw Blumling open, and then moves the chains not just 10 yards, but about 25 yards on that reception. First down for the Wolves in Cactus Shadows area.
Everything going right so far for the Wolves. First down. Hergis is looking good so far. And yet another explosive play for this team that's had so many this year. Hergis motions Solomon over to the right. He's going to fumble the handoff, and he's going to pick it up. Doesn't get recovered by Cactus Shadows. Hergis is going to go down after losing about 1.5 yards.
Yeah, it just looked like a miscommunication there between both the runner in motion and the one on his side. I didn't pick up the numbers there, but it just looked like a miscommunication. Smart by him, though, to jump on the ball and not cause the turnover to bring up 2nd down.
I know Terry was in there. Terry still in the backfield. Solomon, Tapley, and I think that's Freeberg to the right. No one out wide to the left. Hergis hands it off to Terry. Terry breaks a tackle, breaks another one, and he's going to get finally taken down after about a 20-yard gain at the 14-yard line. First down, Desert Mountain, and they're in the red zone.
Yeah, great read by Cameron Terry there, but also huge block by the Wolves offensive line there. They brought in the extra lineman with only 3 receivers on the right side, created a ton of space for Cameron Terry to make that big-time play.
Cameron Terry, the man of the hour, right behind Hergis. Hergis in shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the pitch, rolls out to his right. Ooh! That ball is caught, and I don't know if they're going to count that as a fumble or a drop by Solomon, but he was just absolutely blown up by a Cactus Shadows defender.
Sorry, Steven. I don't know if this is going to be called targeting. Like, did he lead with his helmet? I was trying to move between the window, like the 2 windows here to see that play.
It was a massive hit. We're going to have to see what the call is. I didn't get the number on that.
He's got 2. The ref has 2. Was it just an incomplete pass?
I think they're going to call it an incomplete pass, but that was a violent, violent collision.
Definitely.
2nd down, about 4 or 5 to go. They're motioning Freeberg across. Freeberg, he takes the ball to the corner, and he's not going to get there. They're going to spot him right before the first down line. It's going to be 3rd down, about 1/2 inch practically.
Yeah, 3rd and inches there. Great job with Freeberg in motion to get to the outside. Smart job, though, by Cactus Shadows defensive backs to be able to capitalize and make sure he doesn't get that first down.
Looked like that was Jake King out wide, being able to just close out that edge and keep Freeberg from getting a first down. Hergis under center. They're going to go for the sneak. Don't get it initially, but on the second push, they're going to get it and
the end zone.
Are they in the end zone? They're marking him down at the 1 yard line.
That's a
The rare 5-yard quarterback sneak.
Hey, look, what does the Philadelphia Eagles use on inches?
Well, they've got their tush push, but they prefer to call it the brotherly shove.
The brotherly shove, whatever it's called. The Wolves tried using there to get that first down, and wish they did. Burgess looked like he went down, though, like you're talking about, was able to get a lot of help from the offensive line to bring up that first down.
Everything going well in the world of Bryce Burgess right now. First down from about the 4-yard line, fakes the handoff, throws it out to Heberg. That's broken up. Marshall Lassiter on that pass, breaks it up. Kind of behind Freeberg. It was going to be hard to catch anyways, but Parker, what are you doing here right around the goal line?
I want to see a little bit more of Hurge's arm, but, I mean, Cameron Terry has been a solid running back throughout this game so far, so, I mean, you could see him being used in a multitude of options here with second down and short.
Terry obviously getting a bigger workload this week with Max Scheffrin and Ryan McDonough both out. Burgess takes the snap. He's got blockers. He runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolves. It is 23 to 6. I'm sorry. I'm not good at math, and the scoreboard's not updated.
You're all good, bro.
There's a reason I'm not a computer science major anymore. I was failing calculus back in community college.
I mean, you were talking about how you didn't like math before the halftime break.
23 to 6, Desert Mountain. Bryce Burgess shows a little bit of everything, driving the length of the field. Alex Weeks in on the kick, and it is good. 24 to 6, Wolves.
That couldn't have gone any better for Bryce Burgess on his first drive as a Wolf. I mean, just the smart reads he was able to make. It looks like a flag was on the field too, but great drive by Bryce Burgess to take command of the offense and really just show his talent in a multitude of ways.
Obviously, Burgess, it's a pretty similar path to how Brady McDonough had in his career. He was mostly the backup throughout his years to his older brother, I'm sorry, not his older brother, Dylan Tapley's older brother, Drew Tapley, who's now a quarterback at Drake. But Dylan was in there. He got a bit of time, about a third of the snaps, half of the snaps most of the year. But he's fought through several injuries, and he has been the guy all year so far, and he's been healthy so far. But they're seeing what they have in Burgess, and everything's working for Desert Mountain. Weeks is there to kick it off. Looks like we've got Deach and Hennessy back deep to receive. And Parker, what does Cactus Shadows have to do if they want to get this game close?
I think to start passing the ball, we've seen Dixon's running ability, and that's great and all, but that's just only going to get you so much yards.
Kick by Weeks. Caught right around the 15-yard line by, is that Hennessy? No, that was caught by
number 8.
That was caught by Deach. Deach is taken down at the 20-yard line.
Looked like there was a little bit of
25-yard line.
Sorry, Steve. It looked like there was a little bit of like a back and forth between one of the Wolf players and Cactus Shadows, but great play there, though, by the Desert Mountain special teams to contain him in behind their own 30-yard line.
It's been a fairly physical game, back and forth. Hasn't been as chippy as last week.
Definitely.
With Horizon. A little bit of extracurriculars after the last whistle. But we have seen some here and there, mostly in the stands. Dixon in the backfield. He's got Stifle behind him. He's going to fake the handoff, dump it off to his tight end, and he's going nowhere. Just goes down, loss of about a yard.
Yeah, Tapley was in on that read, too. Saw it right away. He was about to tackle him, but unfortunately, with Alex Daphnis going down just on that catch, it brings up a 2nd and long for Cactus Shadows.
Low throw. Alex Daphnis has the ball, but he's got no choice but to go down. Tapley all over him on that play.
Mm-hmm.
Tapley, again, he's worked so hard throughout the summers, just throughout the years in general. He plays over 100 snaps a game. He is so valuable to this Desert Mountain team offensively, defensively. He even plays special teams. And that looks like it's going to be offsides on Desert Mountain.
It looked like it was Saba.
Will Saba coming off the edge.
Oh, false start.
I'm sorry, that wasn't Will Saba. That was General Solomon coming off the edge.
No,
but still,
it was
it's
actually
a false start.
Yeah.
Cactus Shadows. Second down. About 10 to go. Or I'm sorry, about 15 to go. Again, I'm showing my math acumen here.
You're doing great.
Thank you. Second down and 15. Dixon's in the backfield. He's got Stifle to his left. He's got 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He's going to drop back. He's looking deep, and he's looking for Billy Deach, and that ball just goes to the dirt.
Just a little bit out of his hands there. But, I mean, now we've seen the arm strength that Dixon has. Hopefully he can use it in the smart plays to get him downfield. But that was a really, really long throw.
Yeah, nice throw there, just offline. They might be able to get something. But right now, it's just how much can they contain this Desert Mountain pass rush that has been so potent throughout the year. Dixon in the backfield. Desert Mountain is showing blitz. Stifle to his left. Getting the protection all set with the line. Desert Mountain sending the house. Dixon dumps it off to his receiver out to his left, but he's got nowhere to go.
And that looked like Elijah Mears again in on that tackle with a pack of wolves. But, I mean, just great read. It was 3rd and long, so you kind of expected it was going to be a throw regardless. Great job by them, though, just sending the house, like you said, and bringing up a very far back punt to put the Wolves in great spot on the offensive side.
Dixon found Bryce Brooker, but he had nowhere to go, no blockers, and he just couldn't get through the swarm of Desert Mountain players. And that punt is off and fielded by Freeburg at the 40. Freeburg's going to go to his left. He gets a block. Freeburg is out at the 40-yard line, but there's a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be a block in the back on Desert Mountain.
I don't know what to say to that one.
Another penalty costing Desert Mountain what would have been a great return, about 20-yard return for Desert Mountain, and it's going to be first down for them, but from right around the 30-yard line.
I mean, it happened right in front of the ref. So when he might not have seen the beginning of it, but he sees the end of the Wolves special teams hitting the guy to the ground, it's just going to be a penalty right away. But that definitely interesting call, and that's going to bring him, looks like, all the way back to, looks like, around their 33-yard line.
With Hergis still in the game, what did you like what you saw out of him in that last drive?
Just composure in the pocket. He was really smart. He knew his stuff. Looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field. But looks like they were just short of players, so they're going to have to call a timeout. But back to Hergis, though, just composure in the pocket, really smart reads to find his open guys, use the run game to his advantage. He did a really great job in his first drive as a Wolf.
So Cactus Shadows, they're 4th place in the 5A Northeast Valley. What do they have to do today to possibly edge out a win in the last about 20 minutes of this game? And what do they have, even if they can't edge this one out, what do they have to do going forward just to prevent themselves from having a losing record, really? I mean, that's all they can prevent at this point.
Like Coach Dixon told us before, they've had a really tough schedule, but they've also been really good under adversity. This team, he said, was 4-6 last year. So the fact they're already 3-2 shows progress in a program. He's done a great job, though, with the rest of his coaching staff. And for tonight, it's just making Hergis feel uncomfortable, getting him to make the wrong plays. But Hergis looked really composed in the pocket, and that's what's just going to be the deciding factor for the rest of the game.
Hergis motions Santana Wilson out to his right. He's going to dump it off to Freeberg. Freeberg's got a couple blockers, and Freeberg just gets to the 35-yard line before getting taken down by Cactus Shadows.
He had multiple receivers on his right side with the player in motion. Great job by him, though, to find Freeberg right in the slot and bring it a little bit closer to that first down marker.
Santana Wilson coming off the field. And Hergis breaks the huddle. He's got 2 backs with him.
I expect a trick play.
Hergis motions Solomon out to his right, and he's going to dump it off to him. Solomon's got to make a man miss. He had it Tapley blocking for him, but Marshall Lassiter in there just able to chase down Solomon from behind and prevent what could have been a much bigger play. But first down for the Wolves.
Journey has been one of those just sleeper guys on this team. Before tonight's game, he had 15 receptions on the year for 202 yards. He's an all-around player, can be used as a running back and as a slot receiver. And in that time, again, you saw his receiving ability.
Again, he doesn't get a ton of looks. He doesn't get a ton of touches, but when he does, he just moves the chains no matter what. Hergis steps back, fires off to Tapley. Tapley's going to go out right around the 49-yard line. Second down, 5 to go for the Wolves.
And again, like you said, this offense there's not a lot of deep downfield plays where it's like a 60-yard pass. It's chunk plays. It's just moving the chains, moving it downfield, 5-yard, 6-yard passes, and just making that defense tired. And again, you've seen it through this drive. They've just slowly began to make their way downfield.
They have gotten their chunk plays, but they haven't necessarily been thrown a 40-yard post down the field. It's been chunk runs. And Hergis makes a couple men miss. He's moving around, and he's taken down first down for the Wolves. 15-yard rush for Hergis, and we've got a player down on the field.
It looked like it was number 76, Will Havard, but I don't know for sure. But hopefully it's just a cramp and he'll be okay and be able to get up on his own power.
We hope he's okay. Havard has been a big part of this Desert Mountain offensive line all year. So back to your point on Cactus Shadows. They were 4-6 last year, but Chris Dixon, the head coach, he's getting in there. He's getting all of his guys in. He's getting a complete buy-in now. Again, he's widely recognized as the greatest indoor football player of all time. Chris Dixon from Oakland, California. He went to Contra Costa College. Then he transferred over to Humboldt State. But he started playing in the indoor football league. He started playing some semi-pro earlier on, but in 2005, he started playing with the Golden State Amateur Football League. I'm sorry, in 2003. That's semi-pro football. He played from 03 to 04. In 05, he signed with the Black Hills Red Dogs for his first professional experience. He played there for a couple years in the United Indoor Football League, and he was traded to the Billings Outlaws of the NIFL. He won 3 championships there in 5 years, but 8 overall. The numbers for him are just unreal. Over 500 career touchdowns, 8 championships. He's a 3-time MVP. I mean, when you talk about just an incredible career, and he was playing for the Arizona Arena team either last year or 2 years ago.
Did you say 500 career touchdowns?
500 career touchdowns.
Goodness.
And good news is Will Havard was able to walk out under his own power. We hope he's all right. Freeberg motioning out to the left. Hergis drops back. He gets hit, but he fires to Journey Solomon, who catches it a little short, and it's a touchdown for the Wolves.
If this is what the future of the Wolves is going to look like next year, They are in good hands. Back-to-back drives, a rushing touchdown for himself, and a deep ball downfield after being hit by a Falcon defenseman. Unbelievable job by Bryce Herges so far, hitting it to Journey Solomon.
Herges in there, he's got a man bearing down on him, but fearlessly takes the hit and just fires with all he can. Barely gets it to Solomon, but it's just enough.
Yeah.
30-6 Desert Mountain, and Weeks is out for the extra point.
And again, I think on the offensive side of the ball, this is the best Desert Mountain has looked. We've seen some blowouts in the first couple of weeks against Verado, against Horizon, but they have done a really good job tonight just being able to capitalize and use every single type of weapon they have.
They've been spreading it around tonight. They spread it around a lot last week too. Again, Santana Wilson becoming more of a part of this offense. But a guy who we haven't seen a ton from tonight is Dylan Hipp, the big tight end, who he had a big game last week, couple tackles for loss, couple receptions, but most notably, that massive 15-yard touchdown in the final seconds of the game, in the final minute to win against Horizon.
Yeah, tonight he's kind of been used more as like a Darnell Washington type for the Steelers, the rookie tight end from
Thank you for
Georgia.
explaining to me who that is.
I mean, the reason I compare him to him, Darnell is 6'7" and like 260 pounds. And he's been used more as a blocker so far this season. And tonight you can use that comparison to Hipp. He's been more used as a lead blocker for Desert Mountain's running backs and big deep plays. But he's had a great season so far all around.
Weeks kicks it off, and that's going to be fielded by Deach. Deach takes it out. He's going to make a move, going to his left, trying to break a couple tackles, and he can only get up to the 25-yard line before taking a massive hit on the sideline.
Yeah, you can't do that. It was definitely a late hit. I think it was on Journey Solomon, which you don't want to do that after scoring a touchdown. But yeah, I think it was either on Journey Solomon or Will Saba. They were both in on that. I think Saba hit him first, and then Journey, excuse me.
I saw Tyler Stanford in on the play too. Not sure who it was exactly. Not sure.
He's gonna move the chains regardless.
Not sure who they're gonna name the penalty on, but either way, Coach Hamilton can't be happy to see that. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Wolves, and the Falcons starting up on offense again from the 41-yard line. First down and 10 for Cactus Shadows.
Big drive for them here. Big drive.
Big drive indeed. Dixon with the hard count, and he's able to draw a Desert Mountain defender offsides. I think that was Colton Brodkin.
Yeah.
Brodkin's going to get that encroachment penalty, and it's going to be first down and 5 for the Falcons.
Yeah, those hard counts, I mean, you can't tell, of course, up here as broadcasters, but I'm sure they're just yelling hut, 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 like the entire time, just trying to draw them offside. And then again, just Brodkin unfortunately fell for it that time.
He's going to be hearing a lot of, along with the whole Desert Mountain front seven, as they have all year, just watch the ball. But again, they've been able to withstand their penalties. Dixon dumps it off to his receiver. He makes a couple of moves, and he's down at the 38-yard line. Noah Browse in there with a 20-yard catch and run, 16 yards. Cactus Shadows first down at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, Browse came into tonight's game, their lead receiver, 24 receptions on the season, 333 yards, and 4 touchdowns. He's been wide receiver 1 for the Falcons so far this year.
Wide receiver 1, but mostly, again, that offense just runs through Donovan Dixon. And we've seen it all tonight, but it has not been enough so far. Dixon hands it off to Stifles. Stifles immediately taken down, but falls forward for a gain of about 4 yards.
Yeah, Jack Garcia was in on that tackle along with a couple of other guys, but great job by them just to contain that run and bring up second down.
Second down, about 7 or 8 to go for the Falcons. Just outside of field goal range for them. I'd say they need about another 8 yards for them to realistically consider it. But down 31-6, I don't think they're thinking about field goals right now.
Timeout on the field.
Timeout, Desert Mountain.
Coach Hamilton does not look happy over there, looking confused as to what their defense was about to do. But again, I mean, they've been solid. That's all you can say. They've been really solid with the pick six.
31-6 is solid.
Yeah, I would say so too. But I think to the standard that they hold themselves and the Coach Hamilton and the rest of the coaching staff, they should be up more. I mean, with the type of players they have. But hopefully they can reset, figure out what they need to do, where they need to be lined up, and get them to third down again, or maybe even turn the ball over.
First time out of the quarter of the second half leaves them with 31-6. Desert Mountain, 1:52 to go in the quarter. And they have about 8 yards to defend before Cactus Shadows can get that first down. If you're Cactus Shadows, if you're Coach Dixon, are you still relying on this running game? Are you still trying to completely put it on Donovan Dixon's feet, or are you trying to get that passing involved more, as we've seen a little bit lately?
Well, at least through this third quarter, you've been able to see that Desert Mountain has been able to read their defense really well. So I'm interested to see if they'll use it.
Dixon fakes the handoff.
Yeah.
He goes, he makes a man miss, and he's got all kinds of room. Tries to make a move, but after about a 25-yard run, he's taken down at the 20-yard line.
I don't know if you're psyched out. I was completely psyched out. I thought they got him. I did not see Dixon going on a deep run to bring a first down. A great read by him, though, to juke out that entire defense and bring up a first down.
Well, I'm never going to question a team for running it ever again. I think I've done that twice so far, and they've ran it and got a big chunk play after. Dixon in the backfield again, but it looks like it was a timeout. Is that Desert Mountain?
It is. It is on Desert Mountain.
Coach Hamilton takes his second timeout of the drive. 1 left in the half.
This is something we saw him do last week. I don't know if he called his second timeout in the third quarter. I think he did, and he called it early in the fourth. But he used his timeouts early, I know, which was interesting to say the least, because it put the Wolves, at least on both ends on the field, in a tough situation that they had to play smart and ready and just completely set to make sure they could win that game. And in that scenario, they ended up winning the game, and it was great. But you wonder what he needed to say for a second time so early in the second half.
Yeah, last week they had a timeout less than, I think it was within the first 2 minutes of the third quarter.
Yeah.
I think they made it a couple minutes into the fourth, but no more than like 1 or 2.
Right, yeah.
And then they were left with that one timeout left until they used it right at the end of the game when they finally sealed up that massive win against Horizon. But we're past that. We're at Cactus Shadows, and they have the ball on the 20-yard line. Dixon steps back, fires out deep.
That's a pick.
And that's picked off.
That's Elijah Bankwell.
Elijah Bankwell.
No, wait.
Or no, that's not Elijah Bankwell. That's Michael Sheldrick in the corner of the end zone. Picks it off. Desert Mountain's going to have the ball again.
My roster was wrong
by
that
Sheldrick.
time.
Michael Sheldrick, the junior for Desert Mountain, with the interception, and they're at the 1-yard line now.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm excited to see what the offense can do. I think you're going to see a lot more of the younger guys come in this drive. With it being a 25-point game, it looks like Brady McDonough is actually in the backfield for the Wolves here at the quarterback position. But, I mean, you've just been able to see them just attack the Falcons all over the field.
They're going to run it right up the middle, and did they get past?
They definitely did. I'm just
line of scrimmage.
Sorry, Steven. I'm just really curious why you do a quarterback sneak on the 1-yard line of your own area.
I don't know.
I'm not trying to question the coaching staff, but I'm just like, that's an interesting call. You know, that could lead into safety.
I get running it, but a quarterback sneak is a little scary because if you don't get that push immediately, there's nowhere to go.
Sorry, I didn't realize there's only 40 seconds left in the quarter, so maybe they're just trying to drain the clock and get that started. But
38 seconds left to play. McDonough in shotgun. He's got Terry right behind him. Fakes the handoff, dumps it off, and that ball is caught by Freeberg at the 20-yard line. finally taken down just before the 30.
And Freeberg, again, when he's in that one-on-one on the outside, he is unstoppable. And again, we saw it with Bryce Herges at the quarterback position. We've seen it with Brady McDonough from time and time again. And just then again, you just see his skill set that he has to bring up first down and get the Wolves out of their own end zone.
Ryan Crank, the sophomore for Cactus Shadows, in on the coverage, able to bring him down before it gets worse for them. But we're going to go to break as the quarter ends.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as the social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content.
Welcome back on in, everybody. We're here at Cactus Shadows. I'm Stephen Buxton. I'm with Parker Garrosh. It is 31-6 Desert Mountain. McDonough takes the snap, drops back. He's looking deep.
Oof.
And he's finally taken down as the pocket collapses around him.
He had Dylan Hip open, but just with the pocket collapsing, I think he tried to break out and get a little bit outside, was unable to do that, and it brings up second and long.
Now, Parker, again, 31-6, Desert Mountain. They've been impressive on all sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
What really stands out to you most so far through the first three quarters?
It's just been a collective team effort from both sides. I mean, even special teams too, with Wilson and a couple of other guys getting in on blocked field goals. They've just done a really good job of showing all types of talent they have on this team.
McDonough motions Journey Solomon across the formation. He's going to roll out on the bootleg, throws it back.
Oh, he's gone.
Dylan Hip. Dylan Hip's got nothing but room in front of him, except he's finally taken down. Ransom Ludlow able to chase down Hip, who had a blocker and a bunch of space in front of him, but forced out of bounds. Big play for Desert Mountain.
Coming into tonight's game, Dylan Hip had 14 receptions on the year. He hasn't been, like we talked about, a big target for McDonough. 14 receptions, 175 yards, and the one game-winning touchdown of last week. He is a weapon they could be used in a multitude of ways. We've seen him being used more as a blocker. But, I mean, if he didn't have that player coming at him, that could have been right to the house again.
He's so athletic, so versatile. Desert Mountain's motioning two players across the formation. McDonough takes the handoff, hands it to Cameron Terry. Terry makes a couple moves. Terry breaks free of a tackle, and Terry is finally taken down.
That looked like a horse collar. Again, I don't know if they're going to call it that, but there is a flag down on the field around the 50-yard line.
Flags on the field. Terry is pushed down at the 20-yard line.
It's on the offense.
And that play is going to come back. Might have been a hold on Desert Mountain. A 30-yard run by Cameron Terry is taken back, and it's going to be first down and 20.
Unfortunate that such a good run by Cameron Terry has to be brought back. Like we talked about, though, he has so much speed that he can use. Great blocking again, but great job by Cameron Terry on that run. And it's unfortunate that it's going to bring up first and long for the Wolves.
Shades of LaShawn McCoy out there, able to make a couple moves, break a couple arm tackles, and he used that speed to get down the sideline, but it's all coming back. McDonough in the backfield, motions a receiver across, hands it off to Terry, but he's taken down immediately.
And that
Gavin brought the senior nose tackle for the Falcons defense in there immediately, just blows up that play.
Yeah, he comes in at 6'1", 230. That's a big kid coming at you. But great read by him to bring up the tackle and watch Terry get down again to bring up. Is it third down?
No, it's second down.
Second down? Oh, excuse me.
Still a million, though.
Yeah, 2nd and 21.
2nd and 21 for the Wolves. Hip out wide on the bottom of your screen. McDonough with Terry to his left. McDonough drops back, dumps it off to Hip. Hip tries to make a move, but he's taken down immediately.
I like what I've seen from Hip so far. He's just a big target, like you talked about, super athletic. We saw it last week, too, on that game-winning drive. But, yeah, he's one of my favorite players on this Desert Mountain team.
Marshall Lassiter and Billy Deach in on the tackle. Hip just couldn't get past them. It's 3rd down and 14 for the Wolves. McDonough breaks the huddle. He's got Terry to his left. He's got 3 receivers to his right. Hip again on the bottom of your screen, and
another timeout by Desert Mountain.
Was that Desert Mountain or Cactus Shadows?
Desert
I think
Mountain.
it was Cactus Shadows.
Desert Mountain.
Oh, I'm never questioning you again.
Just watch the guy in the white hat.
I'm sorry.
They're out of timeouts now, though, which is, I mean, there's only 9 minutes left in the game, up 25. You kind of don't really need him in any crunch time situation. But I'm just curious to see what Coach Hamilton and the offensive coordinator are wanting to talk about, especially after maybe seeing a weakness again in Cactus Shadows defense.
Again, Hamilton has stressed they haven't played their best football. They haven't played their cleanest football. They haven't played a complete game yet this year. But they're so talented. They're so big, physical, fast. They're so good on every side of the ball that they have been able to handle every adversity thrown their way, and they are so far 6-0. Their aspirations on an open championship are still alive, and it looks like it's going to continue. Looking like they're going to be 7-0 and one of the top teams in the open. McDonough in the backfield. He's got Terry to his right or left. Takes the snap, drops back. He's under pressure immediately. Able to avoid that. Dumps it off to Journey Solomon, but that pass is just high.
Yeah, Solomon jumped up to try and get that. Got met by one of the cornerbacks of Cactus Shadows. Good job by them, though, to containing them. That's their first drive of the second half that hasn't led to points. So great job by Cactus Shadows to at least contain that offense.
Cactus Shadows with the rare punt so far this game. They've got Aaron Moore back deep to receive. And then the punt goes right over his head. He's trying to break free, and he can't. And that's a fumble.
Goodness. Is he down?
The refs ruled that he was down on the play. Big break for Desert Mountain.
Miscommunication, it seemed like, between Weeks and the snapper. But they are very lucky that didn't end up being a fumble. I don't know if he was down. I couldn't see. There's a lot of guys around him, but Desert Mountain is very lucky that didn't end up in points on the board for Cactus Shadows.
High snap. Tyler Stanford tries to do what he can to break a tackle, but just can't. Cactus Shadows Falcons all over him, and they are in business. 1st down and 10. Just yards from the red zone. They're starting off at the 23, 24-yard line. Dixon, empty backfield. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Motions across the field, fakes the handoff, and he's going to run it on his own but go nowhere.
Yeah, a pack of Wolves were just there in on that tackle to bring up 2nd down.
Desert Mountain Wolves all over him. and he just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Dixon looks a little shaken up on that play, but he's all right so far. He's getting the play in from the coach, goes back to the huddle. And Desert Mountain trying to put up another scoreless drive on defense. Second down, 9 yards to go.
Watch the matchup here between Caden Hartman and Santana Wilson on the bottom of your screen. Big time matchup right here on the one-on-one.
Motion Deach and Hennessy hands it off to Deach. Deach is going to try and get to the corner, try and get some kind of space, but he's pushed out immediately by Elijah Mears. Only got about a yard. And it's 3rd down and 7 for the Falcons.
My input did absolutely nothing there. Thought there was going to be maybe a pass play, but the run game was there, brings up 3rd down.
You know, I think we should get you on speed dial with the coaching staff down there.
Why?
I don't know, so they could take your play recommendations. Mine aren't working. Every time I suggest to stop doing something, it gets a big gain.
Yep.
Dixon, empty backfield. Takes the snap, drops back. He's under pressure immediately. Tries to throw it. And that is caught and dropped by Hennessy. Hennessy in the back of the end zone could not hold on. Would have been a touchdown. But now it's 4th down and 7 for the Falcons.
That looked like Elijah Bankwell in on the cover, did a really solid job of making sure that touchdown did not happen. Good job by Bankwell.
I'm sorry, that wasn't Hennessy. That was Andrew Bush in there trying to haul that reception in.
They're going for it on 4th down.
They're going for it. They need 7 to get the first down. About 20 for a touchdown. Dixon drops back. He's under fire immediately, running for his life out to his right. He's got room, but he's going to go down or go out right at the 15-yard line. Are they going to give him the first down? No, they're not.
I thought they might have measured, like they maybe measure it in this type of situation with it being so close.
He needed 7. He got 6.5. And Desert Mountain is going to take over on their 15-yard line.
Do they measure in high school?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? I mean, you can't really tell from here. And maybe it wasn't even close, but it just looked pretty tight to me right there. But, yeah, good job by the Wolves defense to contain him on 4th down, not let him get that extra half yard, and get the ball back in the white uniform.
When in high school, when they used to measure during my games, I'm pretty sure the coach would have to ask sometimes. And by then, by then, Coach Doc's got his headset on the floor. The hat might be halfway across the field. I mean, God knows where the clipboard is.
Probably snapped in half.
And the Desert Mountain offense back on the field. Motion 2 men across. Takes a snap, drops back. I'm sorry, that's Hergis. Hergis dumps it off to a receiver who's got room and takes it past the first down marker. Brody Olson with the catch. Brody Olson, about 12-yard gain there. First down and 10 for Desert Mountain. They're at the 30-yard line now.
Yeah, Bryce Hergis just continues to show me bright future ahead. I mean, just the composure he has in this first game in a Wolves uniform. Great job by him so far.
Just Olson's 3rd reception of the year. Hergis motions Terry into the backfield, fakes the handoff, and he's going to run. He's got some blockers, breaks a tackle, and tries to run a man over right around the first down. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 for the Wolves. What a run by Bryce Hergis. Hergis breaks the huddle, empty backfield. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Motions Terry back into the backfield. Hands the ball off to Terry and tries to break a tackle, and he's not going to get the first down.
Yeah, tough.
Or is he?
Tough right there. I think it's third. No, the chains are what?
They gave him the first down.
Wow. We apologize, folks. That was very confusing. We should have just waited. But great job by him. He might have just got that extension and passed the down marker. But Cameron Terry's had a solid game coming in as the running back 1 tonight.
Terry, the teammates love him. He's their main running back on the scout team at practice. He's seen time in the games. He's a hard runner. He's a powerful, physical runner. And he has taken every opportunity he's gotten and ran with it.
A lot of movement on the line.
A lot of movement on the line. I can't tell if this is going to be illegal motion or false start, but it's a penalty on the Wolves, and this is coming back. 5-yard penalty, first down and 15 from the 34-yard line.
Under 5 minutes here. Steven, what do you expect to see from the Wolves right now in this drive?
Yards. I mean, they basically opened up the full playbook to Hergis. They haven't held him back at all. I mean, he's been running it. He's been throwing it well. He's been distributing the ball as he hands it off to Terry, and he's got a wide open hole. Terry gets about 7 yards, and he's taken down at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, just an unbelievable job by Cameron Terry tonight. We had kind of the coordinators come in, and they were like, Cameron Terry's going to have a big game. Watch out for him. And he's kind of shown it. Unfortunately, I don't think he has a touchdown so far, right?
He got close a couple times. He got that big run earlier, 30-yard run that was called back because of a holding. But he has not disappointed in his action today.
Definitely.
Just getting everyone set. He's got Terry right behind him. Takes the snap, drops back, fakes the pitch, dumps it off. Dumps it off to Sean Hart right on the sideline. Only gets about a yard. So we've got about 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. Parker.
Yes, sir.
Who are you talking to after the game?
Yeah.
Who's the player of the game so far?
That's a great question. It might be Bryce Hergis.
I ask those questions.
It might be Bryce Hergis.
Is it?
I don't know for sure. For me, it's Santana Wilson. He's just been dominant on the defensive end, blocked 2 field goals again. So, but I don't know. I really got to think about it until the end of the game.
Doesn't he have a touchdown too?
I don't know.
Hergis drops back. He's looking deep. He fires it over the middle, and that is caught by Will Saba. Saba breaks a couple tackles, and he's finally taken down at the 34-yard line.
Hergis again, just dishing it out to everyone. Will Saba in on that reception that time. He's had a solid game as well, getting a handful of receptions, bring up first down for the Wolves, and move the chains.
Now, again, back on Santana Wilson, it's hard to argue with a guy who's got, I'm pretty sure he's got a touchdown. He's played well on defense, and he's got 2 blocked field goals.
Yeah.
Hard to argue with that, but so many players have played well today. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. First down and 10 for the Wolves. And Hergis takes the snap, and he's going to run for it. He's got some blockers, makes a move, and he's finally taken down at the 29-yard line.
He's using his size to his advantage again. Around 6 foot, probably 170, 180. And for a high school quarterback, that's a solid size to be being able to run like that.
6 foot, about $185. He's a big, strong kid. Again, the transfer from Chaparral, they haven't seen him. We haven't seen him at all this year.
No.
But Desert Mountain, their coaching staff, their fans, that team in general has to love what they've seen so far. Hergis breaks the huddle. He's got Santana Wilson right behind him. Motions a man, or I'm sorry, not Santana Wilson. Hands it off, makes a move, and there's a flag on the field.
That was Evan Schwartzer in on the run, but like you said, penalty on the field. Will this be coming back? We will find out.
Schwartzer with about a 9-yard run, but it looks like it might be coming back.
Yeah, folding on the offense.
I was about to make a point earlier about how there weren't a ton of Desert Mountain penalties. I was going to make that point early in the third quarter, but
Yeah,
I'm going to say I was kind of smart for not doing that.
the Falcons' defense looks tired. There was a couple of guys crouching down, just probably gassed. They've been on the field for about, almost 8 minutes now, I think. They've been just out there for a while and probably just gassed.
Desert Mountain through 3 and outs, through turnovers. They've just dominated the time of possession. Hands it off to Schwartzer. Schwartzer breaks a couple tackles, makes another move, and he's finally taken out well past the first down.
Yeah, just
First down, or I'm sorry, not past the first down. It's third down, about 9 to go. He made up for that penalty yardage, though.
Yeah, just, again, it's so hard to pick out one specific player. It has been a full team effort on both sides of the ball. Just another solid job, though, of using these small, quick, shifty running backs they got to get them. It is just a little bit closer to that first down marker.
Guys moving around everywhere. Hergis in shotgun again. Schwartzer is to his right. Hands it off. Schwartzer's got a hole. And he just makes it to the 27-yard line. Fourth down, about 5 to go for the Desert Mountain Wolves. Timeout by the Falcons. And we'll see if they're kicking it or not here. Now, Parker, if you're Coach Hamilton, what are you saying to the team after this game?
Unbelievable job, at least for me. Like I've said it a handful of times. It's just been a full, complete effort by the team. Even though there's been a handful of penalties, they've done a really good job at maintaining where they are. I think we've only seen one unsportsmanlike conduct. We've seen a handful of them in every single game so far this season. Not a lot of offsides, not a lot of false starts. They've just done a really good job of being smart, being proactive, and really just maintaining everything they've clearly done in their walkthroughs and in their practices this week to make sure they got the double-digit win.
A dominant performance on every side of the ball. 31-6, 34 seconds left. Desert Mountain is going to move on to 7-0. They've got their bye week coming up, and Cactus Shadows, they're going to be 3-3, and they're going to be riding a 3-game losing streak heading into next week. Hergis takes the snap, drops back, fires it. He's looking for Will Saba near the end zone, but he just overthrew. That's going to turn the ball over, and Cactus Shadows is coming back on the field for what should be the last couple plays of the game. Now, if you're Coach Dixon, what can you take away from this game? What positives can you take moving on to next week?
That they only allowed Desert Mountain to score 31 points. We've seen them just put up points all over the board on some teams so far this season. So great job by them just being able to contain the multitude of weapons that Desert Mountain has.
Desert Mountain, their offense averages 38.8 points a game. Dixon dancing around trying to find something. Just makes it about 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. There were rushers everywhere. It's going to be second down, about 5 to go. 25 seconds left in the game.
Oh, my gosh. We got another penalty.
Penalty on the field.
I think it's on the sideline.
Not sure who it's on. But Desert Mountain, they put up 31 points. Their average is 38.8. And again, I guess you could take that as a positive if you're Cactus Shadows. Their defense average is about 37.6 allowed per game. So it is better than the average, but I mean, if you're Coach Dixon, again, they were 4-6 last year. They're going to be 3-3 now. The program is going in the right direction.
Absolutely. I mean, Donovan Dixon has put on a show, regardless of the score. If you take out the score and just look at his stats, he has had a great game tonight.
A great game from an electrifying player on every facet of the game. As Dixon fires it deep, but it's it's out of bounds. He was looking deep for a Tyler Hargett, just couldn't keep it in bounds right around the 10-yard line, and it's going to be second down for the Falcons. 19 seconds to go, 31-6. Desert Mountain will move on. They will move on to 2-0 in the 5A Northeast Valley. And their next opponent, I'm pretty sure it's ALA. Dixon dumps it off. Immediately dumps it off to Noah Browse. But he is lit up on the play, and it's third down. He was inbounds. I was about to say the clock should be running, but there's a timeout on the Falcons. Their last of the game. 10 seconds left. I mean, I can't imagine what you're telling the team at this point in the game.
You know, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I would assume them to kneel it, but you got 10 seconds left. Unfortunately, a loss is already in the column, but, you know, you might see a play here. Honestly, it's tough to see. I mean, the Wolves put everybody in the backfield. It looks like they're going to go for it and try to get a touchdown.
Third down,
Hail Mary.
I mean, you can do it. Third down, about 5 yards to go. Desert Mountain is in prevent right now. They've got 3 deep safeties. 10 seconds to go in the game. Dixon all alone in the backfield. And it looks like he's going to dump it off. Little screen. And that's going to get blown up right there. Completed to Deech, but he's got nowhere to go. Just a couple of blockers, and there was nothing but Desert Mountain defenders over there. As the clock winds down, it is 31-6, the final here at Cactus Shadows. Desert Mountain 7-0, continuing on their run, trying to get in a bid for that open division. Right now, they're 5th, and I'd imagine that they're going to stay there. 7-0, they're going into their bye week next week. Great game tonight. Very, very impressive win from the Wolves. I'm Stephen Buxton, joined with Parker Garage. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And we're going to go to break.